going on, everyone? Welcome back to the ZHP Garage. Hope you are all doing well. So we are continuing on from last video with the 68 C10 truck, and we found, we didn't find more things wrong. We just decided to fix more things that were wrong to it rather than putting it back together, because it's like this close to being fully done with the cab and fully sealed off, nothing leaking, no air leakage, no water leakage. So we decided to go that one step further, complete the rest of it. So we're going to show that in the beginning of this video, what we're fixing. And then we're also going to continue on with what we were already doing in the previous video with the doors, fenders, inner fender, and the rest of the cab, getting everything painted and getting ready to get put back together. So let's get with the master mechanic right now, see what he has going on, and let's get started.
So we decided to fix these floorboards. We were going to just do the doors and the hinges and stuff, but it made sense, since the doors are off, to fix the floors at the same time. So let me take the seal plate off here and I'll show you how bad this is. The seal plate doesn't even hold tight because the holes are stripped out. So you can see all this gorgeousness. It even rotted away where the door rubber would seal on. It's all falling off. So initially I was hoping I could just do the seal plate or the rocker, but after taking the other side apart, I'll show you in a second, you can see it got up more into the floor. So then I had to order more stuff. I had to get the part of the floor and then the outer here that goes up. So it replaces this whole piece up in here. And then on the other side, you'll see once we get the rocker cover off, it's all rotten inside here. So we're gonna leave it initially and just do it later, but it just made sense to do it now because the doors are off out of the way, because we're working on the, doing the hinges and replacing that. So I'm gonna take over this other side here and show you what's going on. This is the driver's side here, and then we got the rocker cover off, and there's a big void in here. So the moisture got on the inside and ate through here, and it got in this void, and it's just full of dirt and grime. I had to order this piece, and it just up into the floor. And you can see that the structure, the mount, this is where the body mounts to the, here's the body mount here, it mounts to the frame. And then I had to get a panel that goes up into the kick panel. So I got to splice that in. It goes all the way up under the vent, but I'm just going to take about half of it or so and just take out what's bad. So I'm going to have to take all this out, cut it out. So that's what we're doing now. And I got the driver's door done. Well, other than, the floor, I got the holes filled in the jamb, and I got the little pass-through done, and you get a better look at it now with the door off. So it's just a sleeve that goes all the way through, because this is actually like, you can't get to it. It's double walled. There's no opening. It's sealed off. The only way you can get in is from the cowling, the air from the vent. So I put this sleeve in there that goes all the way through, so the wires can pass through and it won't have any leaks to the cab. And then I got this grommet. It's going to go on here, so it'll be sealed, and this goes into the door. The driver's door is not. It's inside because I painted it, so I can't show you the other side of it right now. So you can see here, because they had a speaker in this door, so you can see where they came through. And they put a hole up high here, and it's kind of hard to check it out, but they butchered a hole. So now this isn't sealed off because this is on the outside of the door jamb where they're stripping. So now you get air that leaks into the cab because the air from the cowling comes in and blows in here. So you always get wind noise. So I'm trying to eliminate all the air leaks into the cab. So this is going to get filled up, welded, and then I'm going to weld up the one they have on the inside, and I'm going to put that sleeve. So it's welded on both sides. It's going to go through kick panel, and it's going to be sealed. So it'll have the grommet into the door, so you won't get the air leaks. And you can see on the door, I've got the old hinges off. I'm putting the new hinges on. You can see where they put the hole in it for the speaker wire to go through. This one's actually better. The driver's door had more holes in it, but there's a hole up here, which I don't know what they had going on with that. But these ones are going to be filled, and it's just going to have the one hole for the grommet to go in. And then it'd be sealed here. And then I use this right here because I'm not sure in the 68s if they had, because this doesn't have a spot for the door, the dome light switch, because we're adding the switch for the dome lights. On the newer ones, they show a picture of a bump right here where it's supposed to be mounted, but this doesn't seem to have a place. So on the other door, I put it right here on the lower hinge because there's a hole. And if you're able to look on the inside of the door, there's a spot there, because this is like double walled for reinforcement. So this is the only spot here, and here is where I could go for the switch for the dome light. So on the other door I put it here. So this would be the dome light. I threaded into the lower hinge. See, so the hinge goes on like so. And then because of the thickness of it, I just threaded the hinge. I drilled it and tapped the hinge, and then I threaded the dome light switch into it. and then I'm able to run the wire around and it'll come through the grommet in the door for the dome light. So that's where I mounted that, so I don't add any more holes in here. And then just the one hole for the wires to go through for the speakers, because we're adding kicker separates. So we're welding this hole up because it's too far back. I don't know if I showed it. We showed it in the other video. But this hole is going to get filled. The door's going to get fixed. And then we're going to move the hole further in the door so the seat doesn't block it. And then the highs we put up here on the other door. So I'm stripping this down. I got to take the glass out of it to reseal the wing windows on both of them. It's not very exciting stuff to see, but it's nice to see the progress. But it's boring to watch because there's a lot of grinding and welding and noise and everything else. You can see that I got the blower motor hole welded, got that finished up. I haven't got the firewall where the heater box was finished yet. It's in progress, it's almost done. I'm pretty sure we showed it, but we'll bring it up, picture up now, and you can see the difference. But it's just where the blower motor was. Yeah, just trying to get all the holes sealed up. Getting sick of driving this thing with wind noise. The whole thing started over the windshield. We thought the water and stuff was coming in from there, found out it was the top, so one thing led to another. Now it looks like this.
Now we're doing a full restoration.
Yeah, full restoration. We actually checked into getting it painted, but we're gonna hold off on that. So it's just gonna be a rattle can black for right now. We actually got a new antenna, so the antenna hole will be plugged up, so we won't have air leaking through there anymore.
All right, we're back for an update. The garage is a mess. The truck is in pieces. And we're going to talk with the master mechanic. Let's see what he has going on right now.
We're working on this door jamb here. We got the little pass-through put in it. You can see, so we're going to put a little grommet on there. The wires pass through on this side, welded up here, and the one on the inside. Took out the old vent. It's all worn out, not sealing. We got new ones coming, so we're going to be replacing those. We got this passenger side cut out and parts on order. Just trying to get it tore apart and see what else I needed. Of course, this side's bad on the body, so I had to order that. And then on the cab here, you can see here, it's got this little where the body line is. So this is all like a body sealer that's in here. And it had one here, and it had a big hole, and I just didn't want to fill it all with like a glob of caulking, so I welded it up and smoothed it on both sides, working on that. So I got it cleaned up. I stopped down here because I got to cut this out now. So I'll do the same on this body line. Top's pretty much done. I'll probably go over the top with some fine sandpaper. I got this gutter all straightened out, re-welded. It was bowed down here because it came apart up here. So I had to fix it up, clamp it back here. It was bowed down. And then I did the same on the driver's side. I welded it here, but I left the seam. I got the holes filled in the door. These two ones I found, and I got this one here cleaned up where I welded on the outside, but it kind of had a little spot. But I found this, I gotta fix that. It's got a little pinhole or something going on there. I guess gotta fix that still. I still got to patch this hole so we can move the speaker. So I got to strip this apart. So I'm working on the door next probably while I'm waiting for the rocker panel parts to show up. So after I get the passenger door stripped and everything dealt with, I'm going to put together the driver's door. So the next time I'll show you the driver's door with the speakers and everything in it, give you a little glimpse of what it's going to kind of look like. So we're back here again. We finally got the parts in for the floor repair and the rocker panels. I think I'm going to cut it down and save as much of the original metal as possible. So this guy goes in here, and then this guy, same thing. I'm going to cut it down. But before that goes on, this piece goes in, and I can't put it in there to show you because it goes all the way coast to coast. I don't think I'm going to use the whole thing just because we'd have to have the cab off the truck in order to use all this, and the floors back here is okay. So I'm probably just going to take it right here and kind of get an idea. So this goes in here up to the floor, the bolts on right there, and then I'm going to have to go patch a little bit more of the floor because the rotted part went up higher than this thickness of this. Then we got the back panel because in this side it was rotting out. And same thing, I'm just going to wind up cutting it down and not use the whole thing. Just going to cut it probably right about here. Well, pretty much what caused this is the roof leaking. And it had carpet in here, and it just held all the moisture and everything down here in the corner. But it comes back because this is a void here. There's a plug that goes here, but this is just space. So when this rotted out, it came through. It rotted the corner of this out. It got into here and filled pretty much this whole cavity up with mud and dirt and debris and garbage. And it got to the back here, and same thing. It sits down in the cab here. Leaked down, and that's what rotted out the back. So we got this 3M product that after this is together, you go in through here with a long straw, and it fills this whole cavity with like a wax, and it keeps it from rotting out again. It kind of seals it from the inside. So along with the floor, patch panels and everything, rocker that got fixed, we're gonna put some sound netting in it. Now it's not leaking any more water, so we just got a universal heat slash sound netting we're gonna be putting in it after the floor's fixed. And then we also got carpet kit. So we gotta take the seat out anyways to get the floor fixed. So once when the seat's out, we get the floor finished. We put our sound netting down, and then we can run the wires for the stereo because we're gonna put a sub in it in between the carpet and the heat pad. So because the floor in here gets kind of hot, so we have a little insulation. We'll mount the wires. Carpet and padding is definitely gonna look better than the two little rubber mats and a bare floor. Probably gonna make the seat look like more garbage than it is. We're probably gonna have to get a new seat for it now. All right, so we're back. Well, we're still here. Didn't go anywhere. But working on the rocker panels, floorboard. We got the main piece pretty much set in place. Getting ready to tack it. Just trying to get it to fit. This aftermarket stuff doesn't fit very exciting. You can see that the seatbelt hole needs to be opened up a little bit. These panels don't fit very exciting. And from the factory back here, there's like a big old opening, big old void. I think it's probably had some sort of something sealing in there, but it fell out. So I'm just trying to get it to fit tighter. We got the kick panel put in, so the vice grips are holding. Nothing's tacked or welded or nothing yet. Outer part goes on next. These two are captured. They get welded on here because they're behind the outer piece. Then this back piece is fitting horrible. Not a good reproduction. So that's gonna take some time, but get this thing all finished up. And this is what I was talking about on the passenger. See how these nuts are captured? The bolts go in. So these ones go the other way because you can access these. These ones are blocked. So these ones, that's why they're captured. This is why we're replacing the outer part, because dirt got behind it and rusted it all out. You can see what it's supposed to look like. Drivers wasn't as bad. It didn't get the back, but this floor part is gonna be cut out like on the passenger side. This is pretty much the mess. Once this is done, I can paint the cab and everything else and then put the glass back in it. I'm waiting to put the glass in it until I was done doing sparks and welding because I don't want to get any slag on sparks or anything on the new glass. So once this is done, we can start putting the cab back together. Come on back, we'll have it finished. You can check it out, see what you think.
I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, go down below. If you liked the video, hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed already, go down, hit the subscribe button. There's a couple other videos for you to check out right about here. We can't wait to get this truck back on the road and get onto some other projects. See you guys next time.